What up, YouTubers? This is EvanForGrips.com. I'm going to try to teach y'all how to get stacking. Last video, we covered a little Zoom poker on PokerStars. Today, we're going to move on to Full Tilt's version of Zoom poker, the original, the one that started it all, Rush Poker. So, well, in True Grips fashion, we're not going to be doing any one tabling bullshit, so let's fire up 4 tables and see if we can win some money. We're starting with 627. Running a little low, but no sweat. So how do we do this? We just click join now, and join now, and join now. All right, locked and loaded, ready to go. Let's see if we can't do some damage. Man, full tilt, how I have missed you. All right, we're good. We're good. Let's go. I'm going to be lazy this bid. I think I'm just going to be using the old pop button for most of my pre-flop decisions. I just really don't care enough to do anything else. A couple overs, backdoor flush draw, blind versus blind. Let's see if Alianta is willing to go with it, and it appears he is. That's all right. We're gonna give you the red label because you're aggro. Guess he saw right through my plan. Pretty cheap 3-bet, table 4. See if we can't flop top pair or any draw, and throw some money in there. And we see Alianta is around. Looks like he's going to be a reg here. And how can we determine who's a reg? Well, how many tables are people playing? That's going to be your main indication of whether or not someone is a reg or a fish. Oh, that's beautiful. Look, we can just label them in the lobby. So we'll give all the multi-tablers these little red dots. How is someone playing 0 tables? Kelly, did you run out of money? Wow. Well, I 3-bet this ace queen because I wanted to go with it, so just rip it in and hope for the best. Ace on the flop. Come on, kings never beat ace. What? Whenever I have the kings, I lose there. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Nice hand, bud. I think I was getting the right price. Alright, so I've got all the multi-tablers labeled, so anyone who does not have a red dot is one tabling and is probably a fish. And we're going to see if we can't use that information to our advantage to, make better decisions. Because the guys who are regs are probably going to be tougher to get money from than the guys who are not regs, The random players are probably going to be the ones who are dumping off the most money in these rush games, so they're going to be the players that we want to be targeting. No offense if you, the viewer, are one of those one-tablers, but I'm sure if you are watching this video and intend to watch any of the other Grips training videos and spending some time working on your game, you will transition from being one of those guys to no longer being one. So we know Alianta's aggro. There's a decent chance he's going to fuck with me on this turn card, but it is the perfect barrel card, so I got to fire. Put the onus on him to play back, and he's just so fucking, he's just so. Let's see, got shot back to the flush draw. Okay. Two-way straight draw. That's blasted. Call. That's this card I may be able to rep. Unless he tries to rep it first. I can definitely be having a king-queen here. But he can definitely have it too. And I feel like the regs are also a lot more likely to put a lot of pressure on you in those re-raise pots, so don't be surprised when they do. Alright. And now we play the waiting game. You guys excited about that match between the professionals and Team Poker Stars? It's pretty cool that they got the big names gonna go to battle. I love watching Tom play and Isildur. Fucking Gus too. They just have like the most crazy aggressive players as the professionals. It's so cool. That's gonna be sweet. Who do you guys think's gonna win? Maybe 3x. I always find it weird when people just 3-table rush. Like, wouldn't it be 1, 2, or 4? Like, what motivates someone to play 3? What are you gonna put in that extra like corner of screen space that you save by not 4-table? Or like, who has enough attention to play 3 but can't handle 4? I just don't really get it. We got the Johnny Bax on table 2. Those of you guys who are new to the game, Johnny Bax is a legend. One of the original #1 tournament players at PocketFives.com. Taught the world MTTs through Poker X Factor. And he did a hell of a job. I got to give him and Eric Sheets-Haber some credit because they were the first ones to teach me MTTs and sit and goes. Actually, no, just MTTs. Sit and goes I've, for the most part, figured out on my own back then. Wasn't too hard to get the information you needed. It was a lot cheaper than it is these days. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I think this ace-queen suited I can go either way. Between flatting and 3-betting. I'm going to opt with the flat, and I don't see any point in raising. My plan's probably going to be to just call this guy down. It would have to be some crazy turn of events for me to actually fold this. And on this turn, I'm just going to bet 1 check 2. Try to get called by a worse ace. I think if I check back, he's not going to like make some rando spaz bluff on the river. So, and if he has a worse ace, he may call, and if he has a 10, he may call too. So we have like a pretty bullshit looking 3-bet here on table. Overcome the urge. Heat up. Oh, God damn. Too much coming on. Alright. Blind versus blind. Hit him with the 4-bet table too. He's a reg, so he's probably going to be 3-betting light in these positions fairly frequently. Blind versus blind, great spot to 3-bet light. And on this board, see if we can induce a raise out of him so that we can rip it in his grill. All right, pretty bad turn on table 1 there, so just gonna have to give up on this one. All right. Pray for the best. Spaz in 1 time? I'll take that price. God damn. Well played. Well played. Let's take a look at what the price was there. I had about 25% equity. So I would need to be getting 3 to 1 to have a break-even call. And I was looking at 1250 to win 3670. So I was just shy of a break-even call against his particular hand. And I think he's going to be showing up with. He's going to show up with that in a decent amount. He may have some worse flush draws. I don't know how good these guys play. Some people could just do some random bullshit with like king queen there. But I was really needing him to have worse set of spades, or if he has sevens, I'm in great shape there. Other options to make that a more reasonable play, like, ooh, hello. If I bet bigger, I'm getting a better price, and yeah, whatever. Even though I did have, you know, a flush draw and an overcard against the big pair, the math was still pretty much right there that once I had put that turn bet out there, it was break even for me to call off. So cool with that. All right. Give me the money, please. Got him. But credit to the opponent in that ace-8 hand for just flatting the 4-bet with queens. And for you guys playing Rush, maybe that's a play you want to have in your arsenal so you can get idiots like me to spaz out and give you the money. I wonder if these guys are running HUDs. I'm probably at a disadvantage right now without having a HUD. Not the end of the world. But if you are going to, you know, grind and put in volume on these games, I would, you know, I wouldn't even strongly recommend. I would say it's a necessity to have a heads-up display if you're really going to be putting in volume, because you are just at such a huge disadvantage if everyone else has stats on you and you don't know anything about them. And it's not like you can take player notes on people and have an accurate picture of what they're doing, because, you know, you don't get to watch the hands play out. 1 second later, you're on a new table. So it's pretty hard to take notes and get a feel for someone's game. You see I folded an ace-jack under the gun there on table 3. I would not have folded it on table 1 if it was unopened to me, but it is important to respect your position and not just open a hand because it looks good. You have to decide that it is a profitable open based on the likelihood of what kind of cards people are going to have behind you. Cards like these on table 2. But yeah, definitely like a HUD is just mandatory. So if you want to support Grip's project, I'm more than happy to give you guys a sign up link for Poker Tracker or Hold'em Manager, and I can get referral points. So if you guys don't want to support the project, you know, that's cool too. No one's making you do anything, but I appreciate that if you're gonna buy a HUD anyway, that you let me get that referral. But totally up to you. Deuce is good. Somehow. King's good. Oh, for show. Get out of here. What you got, man? What you got? Pair of 9. Why didn't you just put it in pre-flop? So far, it appears to me that Rush is softer than Zoom. Pop that shit. I don't know if that's for sure, but I always feel like the toughest games online are going to be found at PokerStars, and if you can find anywhere else to play, you're probably going to have a better chance at making money and building your bankroll. So if you're really into the Zoom and the Rush, I think that, or the speed poker, if you want to call it that, I think that Rush and Full Tilt is probably a better fit for just hammering out the volume and trying to print that money than Zoom is. I also just kind of really enjoy the Full Tilt software. I think it's a lot slicker, and I think they did a great job with it when they built the poker engine. But it's all personal preference, right? A lot of people, whatever the first site they ever played on, that's the software that they like the most. And it doesn't matter how good another site software is. I'm going to bet here just to get him to fold like king high on table 1. I don't expect him to fold any pair, and maybe not even ace high, but it's still worth a bet to get him off king high or queen high. Even 9 high. I had a pretty shitty draw. C bet on table 2. Yeah, and a lot of people, like, it doesn't matter what you do, they're gonna be like, nope. I only like the first set I played on. And I really wonder what that is. It's like, and I also wonder, like, what the rate of how many people have a positive first experience playing online poker. Because I know I sure as hell didn't. I mean, like, I had fun, but I did not do a good job with my monies and trying to build my roll the first time. But I did eventually do well on that first software, and I definitely wouldn't have moved. Oh, there's a straight on board? I'll bet the pot. Bet you the pot limit, kiddo. Yeah, it's mine. My straight's bigger. Just a little bit bigger. And I think that check on the turn on table 3 got me action. If I bet the turn, that guy's probably out of there. So sometimes it's good to think about checking a strong hand when you make it, and not just auto betting. Just throwing it out there. You guys probably already think about that, but it never hurts to hear good advice again. Am I right? But yeah, like, I know I definitely would not have played on another poker software until I did well on that first one. So it's interesting. That could be the reason why most people like the first poker site they play on, because inevitably they probably ended up having a positive experience. But who knows? I'm kind of surprised that guy didn't bluff with the 9-7, but good for him and bad for me, because it was going to make me look really good when I hero called with king high, but he did not give me the opportunity. And the whole reason I was checking back so much was so that I could show down the king high and look like a boss. But alas. I'm not going to call this 3-bet with queen jack offsuit table 3. I'm sure some people do. It's just not my style. Yeah, C-bet the dry board on table uno. How many tables are you playing, Musu? Musu. 2. Alright, I'll 3-bet you. Yeah. 2-tablers don't play back. He's 2-tabling because he's scared. If he knew he had game, why wouldn't he be playing 4-table? Play the maximum, man. And if they're 1-tabling, almost definitely folding when you pop them. All right, let's see if we can't catch a little something Oh, hey, look, it's that dude we stacked. Table 4. Remember you? Hey. What up, piece of the flop? What up, nut flush draw? What up, double gut shot? I mean, this guy's potting it. Outcertained. The price just isn't that good. I probably have implied odds, but I could catch my straight and be beat by a flush and stuff to pay off. So I'm kind of just like getting myself into trouble on reverse implied odds. So I'm not going to call with the queen 10, even though it looks like such a nice draw and so disguised. Let's check min raise. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's strong or if it's bullshit. Just looking if I get it in. Yeah. I don't want to call and then be getting a shitty price on the turn. I have to fold. So let's just run the cards. Okay. Make it blue. Make it blue. Damn. What's the price there? So let's see. It's about 10 out there. It's another 12 for me to call. I'm about 2 to 1. So not quite the right price. If I know he always has like top pair or better, that's a little spewy of me to get it in. Most people be like, hey man, you got a flush draw on a 3-bet pot. How are you gonna fold? And that's true, but I mean, ooh, nice deep stack table 2, pretty hand. Like, I think when you check min raises, he's always got a pretty strong hand here, kind of like what he ended up having. And yeah, the price wasn't quite right, unless he's gonna show up with Queen Jack of Diamonds there or some sort of worse flush draw. Then this is probably actually a fold. I can definitely call the flop and then fold when the turn bricks, but to just get it in there is actually bad. Kind of like getting in Ace Queen for 100 big blinds pre-flop. Thank you for the donation, sir. And Ace King pre-flop and a 6 max. You generally want to get many bets in. You're generally going to be happy playing for stacks with that hand. Ace King, it's a strong one. It's a premium. It's a premium. I'm much happier to get all in pre-flop with Ace King than I am with Jacks and 10s. And it's close with Queens. What hand would you guys rather get all in pre-flop with? Queens or Ace King suited? Any suit you like. So there's no biases. Table 2, I think a good amount of people would defend here. I don't think it's a good defend. But again, that's just my personal belief. No one's saying you can't defend with 4s facing a button open. That's the great thing about poker. You can play however you want. And you know, no one can tell you can't do it. People can tell you it's bad. People can tell you you're an idiot. People can tell you you're spewing your money. But they can't make you play differently. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel good at the tables, if that's what you play for, do it. If you're playing to make money, well, you may want to adhere to a bit more of a strict like rubric. But whatever your reason for playing poker, just make sure that you're getting satisfied in that reason. Whether it's money, whether it's fun, just make sure you're getting it. That's what it's all about. That's what the game is for. And I'm not fooling this Ace King unless he like overshoves. He definitely can have a strong hand and probably has a strong hand. That with that min raise on the flop and then smash, but I'm a station. So if he has me beat, I'm gonna be real pissed that they turned me that king and sucked me in. No, he just has nothing. What the hell? I mean, what in the fuck? What are people doing? You min raised with the 4-eye flush draw and then just. What the hell, man? There's some donks. There are some donks playing rush poker. No doubt. Let's go one time. Yoga 2008. Seems like he might be a fish, so I will peel with the king 6 suited. And for $3, yeah, I'll run him with ace jack. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's my call. Generally, the worse your opponent, the wider you can defend with your 3-bets. So against some people, I'm folding that king 6 suited, and against some people, I'm like really happy to call with it. I'm gonna get tricky with this trip queens. I don't know that this guy's gonna call me down 3 streets if I bet him. So I'm just gonna give myself the best chance of getting paid on 2 streets. I think. Can't dump the queen 10. It's a good hand. Alright, here on table 3, we're kind of shallow, so I'm actually going to dump the ace 2 suited. It's a hand that plays better when you're more deep stacked, when you have more money to wager throughout the hand. How you guys doing on the action? You able to keep up with it? I feel like 4 tables of rush is pretty fast, but it's also kind of cool that when you get a hand, everything just kind of slows down. You can take your time and focus on the hand. Squeeze this ace queen suited. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get 4-bet. I probably should have thought of that before I did it, but it's too late now. And this ace 5, I'm gonna check and call. Fuck. Alright. I want to see what you guys got, so I'm gonna sit out next hand, click the fold button. JJ. Fuck. I don't want to see if I would have hit. Might go on tilt. You know, I know you guys really want to see it. So since it's probably going to put me on tilt, because I'm sure I won that hand, I'm going to sit out next big blind on all tables. Just as a preemptive measure, and I will check whether or not I got there. Oh, okay, nice. I guess I made a good fold then. Wonder what percentage of the viewers are going to be like, yeah, dude, definitely a good fold. You wouldn't got there. And the rest are going to be like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but the rest of you who don't think that know what you would probably say. All right, Germany, this is going to be the hand. So, einen slow play. So you can represent a strong hand. And this board's pretty nasty, so I don't think with like a totally dead hand he's just gonna barrel away. So I'm gonna check raise and be happy to get it in against, you know, king queen and stuff. If he's got me, he's got me. Looks like we're going to click 10, which is probably a bad piece of bad news for me since I have 1 pair, but not anymore. Got a little better than 1 pair now. Yeah. 575. Give this man his money. I'm interested to see whether the flat pre-flop was good or if it was just fancy play syndrome and totally pointless. Give me the money. Give me the money. Whatever. Yeah, really didn't matter. Yeah, that clicking was bad for me. But I mean, I got dealt aces pre-flop, so I'm supposed to win the hand. It's not like I sucked out. I got a good chunk of the money when I was ahead, and I got dealt aces. So I deserve to win that pot. So just doing a check. I don't know. Looks like we won like 2 buy-ins or something this session. Not bad for a little stint on the rush. And so far in my time playing the various forms of Zoom and Rush poker, Full Tilt is the current leader. But we still have party pokers and iPokers and On Games clients to check out in their version of Rush. So it'll be cool to see. So tune in next time if you want to learn about those other Zoom options. Hope you found the video educational and entertaining as always. That's going to do it for me. This has been Evan for Grips.com. Now it's your turn. Go out there and get stacking.